Ace had that money on his head, Ace had him put that 10K up. Told me to slide, told me to smack.
What if I told you the man who killed Foolio just snitched hand dropped a bomb so big it could blow the entire rap game apart? Yeah, you heard that right. The same guy who pulled the trigger is now pointing fingers straight at Yungeen Ace. Was Foolio's murder just another street feud gone wrong, or was it a paid hit, buried under layers of loyalty, betrayal, and $10,000 dirty dollars? Because tonight, we're diving into the confession that's got everyone from Florida's streets to the hip-hop blogs asking one chilling question: did Yungeen Ace really order the hit? Let's rewind to the night everything exploded. Tampa, Florida. July heat.
I love, bro. On the dead homies, bro. I put it on everything, on my soul, on my kids. I'm the one that smacked Foolio that night when he got dropped at his birthday celebration, bro.
Flashing lights and a party that should have been all about music, but ended in murder. Foolio, the rapper who spent years turning street stories into viral anthems, never made it out alive. And now, the killer, yes, the actual shooter, has decided to open his mouth. And what came out has the internet melting down faster than a SoundCloud rapper's career. According to this mystery snitch, the hit wasn't random. Nope, it was business, paid business. He claims that Foolio's longtime rival, Yungeen Ace, allegedly had enough of the back and forth diss tracks and wanted permanent silence. $10,000. That's what the killer says was on the table. 10 grand to erase Foolio from the map. But before we go down that rabbit hole, let's remember, Foolio and Ace weren't just rap rivals. They were living, breathing proof that Florida's rap scene is one beat away from becoming a full-blown Netflix crime documentary. Their feud started years ago when tragedy struck Foolio's family, and Ace's camp got dragged into the chaos. Bodies dropped, songs were made, Instagram stories turned into digital war zones. And instead of peace, what did we get? Diss tracks that sounded more like obituaries. Foolio taunted Ace over his fallen friends. Ace fired back with bars that hit harder than bullets. The streets loved it. The internet ate it up. And somewhere in that chaos, something snapped. Now fast forward to the killer's confession video. A grainy clip uploaded to a dark corner of the web. A man in a black hoodie, voice distorted like he's auditioning for a true crime podcast gone wrong. He says he was there. He did it, and that he didn't act alone. He claims he got the call, the money, the address, all from someone who didn't want to see Foolio make it to 2025. Of course. The
money on his head, you feel me? I rock with Ace and them boys, you feel me? ATK, you feel me? I be in Jacksonville heavy, you feel me? If you know, you know. But yeah, you feel me? I did that, you feel me? I handled that cause, Ace had that money on his head, Ace had him put that 10K up. Told me to slide, told me to smack.
The internet went nuclear. Twitter threads longer than court transcripts. YouTubers dropping exposing Yungeen Ace thumbnails faster than AI can make fake news. And every so-called insider suddenly has a cousin who knows somebody from KTA or ADK. But here's the twist. No police statement, no official warrant, no confirmation. Just pure chaos, conspiracy, and clout chasing. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion. You know it's messy, but you can't look away. Still, one question keeps echoing through every comment section. What if this guy's telling the truth? Because if the shooter really did get paid, then this isn't just another Florida feud. It's a hit job, a setup, a message. And trust me, this story is only getting darker from here. The next morning, the internet looked like it had been hit by a digital hurricane. That hooded killer video? Yeah, it was everywhere. TikTok clips, Twitter reposts, even grandma's Facebook feed labeled breaking, rap war confession. Every outlet was spinning its own theory. Some said the voice in the video matched an ex-crew member from Foolio's circle. Others swore it was an AI-generated setup designed to frame YA, the rival rapper who's been beefing with Foolio for years. Either way, the lines between truth and trolling blurred faster than a TMZ headline. Then came the so-called leaks. Anonymous accounts started dropping screenshots of payment receipts, Cash App messages, and a blurry selfie supposedly taken the night before the hit. One claimed to show a suitcase full of cash, 10 grand, crisp bills, like something out of a low-budget gangster film. Another post alleged that a well-known promoter acted as the middleman. None of it verified, all of it viral. YouTubers went feral. Channels with names like the Hip Hop Truth Files and Street Code Exposed pumped out hour-long investigations, complete with red circle thumbnails and dramatic thunder sound intros. One self-proclaimed insider even used a voice changer to claim he'd seen the hit list. There were 3 names on it, he said, whispering like he was narrating from a bunker. Foolio was just first. Comments exploded. Yo, this is deeper than rap. Somebody's about to get indicted. It's giving Netflix documentary energy. Meanwhile, the so-called snitch arm masked storyteller posted again. Same hoodie, same distorted voice. This time he said, "They're watching me, but I had to clear my name. I wasn't supposed to take the fall alone." Cue the collective internet gasp. They? Who's they? Suddenly everyone became an armchair detective. Reddit threads filled with blurry screenshots, people comparing tattoos, jawlines, and sneaker types like forensic experts who majored in memes. And just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, a new account appeared claiming to be a police insider, leaking a fake document labeled Operation McDrop. According to this totally unverified masterpiece, a full-scale investigation was underway involving high-ranking music executives, promoters, and a mysterious investor known only as the manager. Of course, none of this had a single shred of official confirmation, but that didn't matter. The story had already escaped into the wild, unstoppable, untamed, and Jewisher than any real-life investigation could ever be. By the end of that day, every gossip blog, reaction streamer, and hip-hop podcast was using the same headline, "The rap snitch who could bring down an empire." And that's exactly where the tension boiled over, because what came next wasn't just viral chaos. It was retaliation, and then boom, the backlash hit harder than a diss track in 4K. The internet, already running on caffeine and conspiracy, now had a new obsession: finding the manager. Hashtags like hashtag McDropFiles, hashtag Snitch Saga, and hashtag Who Paid Who trended for days. Every blog posted exclusive upgrades. None of them matched. But who cares about facts when you've got chaos, right? Influencers smelled blood. One streamer went live for 12 straight hours, connecting red strings on a corkboard behind him like he was the last detective. In a collapsing world, another swore she hacked into private police servers. Spoiler, it was just Google. Everyone wanted a piece of the scandal. Views were up, merch was selling, and truth was somewhere buried under the algorithm. Meanwhile, the so-called snitch disappeared. No new videos, no new messages, just silence. And of course, that silence made things worse. The theories mutated overnight. He's been kidnapped. He took the money and ran. He's working with the feds, each one louder, crazier, and somehow more believable than the last. Then came the parody remixes. TikTokers chopped his confession into dance beats. Someone auto-tuned "They're watching me" into a chart-topping meme. The whole thing turned from tragedy to entertainment faster than you could refresh your feed. The moral of the story: the internet doesn't care about justice, it cares about content. But inside the industry, panic brewed. Label reps started deleting tweets. Artists unfollowed each other quietly. PR teams worked overtime, drafting statements that said absolutely nothing in the most professional way possible. Thoughts and prayers, they posted. Translation: please don't drag us into this mess. And then the final twist dropped: a leaked email supposedly from a legal department warning that the entire scandal might have started as a publicity stunt. Yeah, a marketing campaign. Imagine that. Weeks of online chaos, viral outrage, and fan wars, all to promote a truth-exposing mixtape that never existed. When reporters tried to trace the source, everything vanished. Accounts deleted, videos pulled, even the original confession clip gone, like it had never been uploaded. In its place, hundreds of reaction videos arguing over whether any of it was real. So what was the truth? No one could say. Maybe the snitch was a genius troll. Maybe a ghostwriter got tired of staying in the shadows. Or maybe, just maybe, it was the internet's favorite sport. Collective hysteria disguised as breaking news. By the end of the week, a new scandal had already taken its place. The timeline moved on, but the legend of that snitch never really died. It just became another ghost story, whispered in comment sections whenever rap beef turns to real. Because on the internet, every rumor feels like evidence, and every click writes its own reality. So, what do you believe? Was the confession real, or just another genius hoax cooked up to keep us scrolling? Because in this story, every exclusive leak feels real until it isn't, and every villain looks guilty. Until the next upload drops, one thing's for sure: the game just changed. The internet doesn't wait for justice, it creates it. And tonight's chaos? That's just another episode in a never-ending saga of clout, cash, and clicks. If you've got a theory, drop it in the comments. I want to see the wildest ones. Smash that like button if you're still trying to figure out who's behind the mask. And of course, subscribe, because this isn't over. Not even close. The next leak might hit tomorrow. And when it does, you already know we'll be the first to expose it.